What happens if I get hurt and don't have insurance?
Hi everybody, and thanks for joining me for another one of our frequently asked questions. I'm Bill Adler, and today we're talking about what happens if you get injured on the job without any health insurance coverage.
Workplace injuries can be very serious. Slips and falls, contact with machinery, car accidents, and other injuries can keep you out of work for weeks and potentially change your life. If you don't have health insurance, you could be on the hook for costs that can reach 6 figures. And when you're out of work, it can be tough to eat and pay the rent, never mind paying medical costs. Fortunately, there are a few ways you may be able to cover those bills. Let's start with workers' compensation, which helps people who get injured on the job. Employers who offer workers' compensation pay an insurance company to cover medical bills and limited replacement wages for people who are injured on the job. It doesn't matter whose fault the injury was. If a workers' compensation insurance company refuses to pay what your claim is worth, you can sue for benefits. However, workers' compensation insurance may not be available because Texas doesn't require most private employers to carry it. If your employer doesn't have workers' compensation coverage, you may be able to sue your employer. Unlike with workers' compensation, you'll have to show that the employer is responsible for the injury. That includes showing that another employee is responsible, as long as they work directly for your employer. Although a lawsuit takes longer than workers' compensation, you can get more compensation in the end. That includes full replacement wages and compensation for things like physical pain and emotional anguish. If there's someone other than your employer who's responsible for your workplace injury, you can also sue that party. This often comes up on construction sites, where many subcontractors may be working side by side. But it might also be relevant in other cases, like if you're involved in a car wreck while working. If you're not sure, don't hesitate to call an experienced Texas workplace injury lawyer. Finally, if you don't have health insurance or enough health insurance to cover the full cost of your treatment, you may still be able to get the care you need through a letter of protection. This letter is sort of like a contract, which allows you to receive treatment without paying any money up front. The medical providers or doctor will be paid out of your legal verdict or settlement. In exchange, the medical provider or doctor agrees to treat you and not bill you until you receive compensation. You still have to pay the medical bills if there is no verdict or settlement, but the vast majority of cases settle, so many doctors are willing to accept letters of protection.
If you can't work because of an injury that someone else caused, call Jim Adler and Associates. We have decades of experience hammering insurance companies and employers to get our clients the money they need. And we offer free consultations so you can talk to us about your case at no further obligation. To set one of those up, visit jimadler.com or call us at 800-567-7575.